And I'm thinking, even though I cooked with that water, I'm not gonna drink it. This is actually the first time. I don't feel like I should be drinking that water. I cooked my potato steak and even eggs in. I think I want to just strain that water and just not drink it. Just I'll eat what's in there in the pot. I cooked last night. I'll just eat what's in there, but I'm not gonna drink that water because I think it's kind of messing up my gut chemically. Not even. I really don't like what they have here with the mortar. It's the only building like that. And they try to do that as a part of the design. I don't like that. It looks bad to me. I'm just walking to the library from the grocery store and back. I feel ill in my stomach. And it's something going on. And when you see they got conspiracies going. Oh, the library's over here. Is that bathroom's familiar? And they got conspiracies going on about disruption. it's it's like you can. It's not just a one-sided war, like insurrection. There's there's pushback. That's probably why Mattoon feels so ill, is because of that insurrection that they're talking about, and how Mattoon is the headquarters for the Southern insurrection. The North may have bombed Mattoon with the rat poison that still lingers in the water, in the air. It's safe just to get out. You scatter them rats that wanted to disrupt the government up to the Canadian border. Scatter them rats, and you clear out the problem, right? All right, so this is a history series here they put on the side of the road, and they say there's a mad gas, or I think the city is still being sickened in some way. Elements of that is still going on. Look at that, the mad gasser never got found, and there's still, I mean, I feel not good, and I think it's the environment. I think I feel immaculately better leaving, and I'll be leaving soon enough. But this is interesting to read, even though I'm kind of sick while reading it. The whole history, talking about oil and early developments and all that. And this park, they came here, the city was settled not for the water and something else. They said it's just a intersection of railroad tracks that led to this city being developed, and they've had fairs and stuff, all kinds of weird stuff after that they've put together. But I said that it didn't develop because of the water, and the water is horrible today. This lift building looks really weird. They got the electrical plug-in for cars at the lift. This looks like solar panels that people can park under and get shade, but it also generates electricity from the sun. Lift is kind of a different building downtown Mattoon, and they explain what they are. Lift is leaders innovating for tomorrow. So that's different. This is a different looking building. Not many windows. They don't have many windows. So this is not an office building. But it has a lot of electricity going through it, I think. Strange. It looks fairly new. I think Lyft sponsored this park in some way. As a give back to the community. They probably invested in them historical signs too. Help educate the tourists There's a park. They might be talking about this park with the wooden steps. Oh my God. And this is the Greyhound or train tracks. People get rides on the train. Oh, I just feel just terrible. There's just something in the air, and then I drink it in the water. It's just not good. Yeah, see, people walk down on the tracks. That may be part of the reason why they blare the horn as they go through. And it said in them historical signs, they talked about how the city invested in all these bridges that go over the tracks. It was a big investment gutting. Oh, here's a train coming right now. He's gonna blare his freaking horn as well. You can see the light is so bright. I haven't heard his horn yet though. I thought they blared at every intersection. Such a bright light. Oh, there's people down there. Is it gonna stop? Doesn't look like it. It's going too fast to stop at this point. All right. You hear that? That's totally unnecessary to blare the horn. It's waiting until it gets past this bridge, but it's just going underneath other bridges but down there. There's no intersections. The only reason they blare it is for the intersections. Yeah, that train blares its horn before it reaches this next bridge over, and it's a bridge. I mean, I guess it's not too bad if there's no communities around here. I haven't heard any other blaring of the horn, but he's blaring it before he goes under this bridge, which is next to the lift. I don't know why they do that. It's like they're carrying a lot of coal or something black. Alright, I got a good taste of the filtered water as well. And I'm also tasting swamp in that. Slightly less swamp. It took a few extra swigs, but I'm now getting a swamp taste, aftertaste. Wow, that city, I gotta dump that water too. That city is so bad. Even the filtered water tastes bad, like the swamp too. Arcola, Illinois. Oh, these cameras. There we go. They let you know that they're recording Vivint. See if this one goes off again. Yeah, right when I get around the corner, they're letting me know that I'm being recorded. I think they might be fake. And that they just beep. 4 cameras. Barely anybody comes here. Alright, I found this electrical athletic tape on the soccer field. I think I'm gonna experiment with it and put it on the handle. See how that feels. So I had to throw out a few extra clothes because they got moldy. It was that second rain, I didn't check fast enough. I drove and water was getting in places that these sponges couldn't even hit, but these sponges are wet anyway because they got hit where they were at mostly. I have them out here to dry. This is the best way to know how to dry. Just make use of the wheel to hold them in place. It's a windy one. Yeah, this got a little moldy, this army blanket. I don't want to throw it away. Try to save it, keep it out in the sun, let it dry out. It's been a little frustrating to have things mold over the way they did. I'm gonna try to change things up on how I approach rains, because big rains are a big problem for me in the back because of that damage that stolen car smashed into my car. This tape isn't good enough, especially when I drive. Water's getting in easily. It's a hot one today in the 80s, and cooking a bunch of chicken thighs in there. 2.5 pounds, because that was like the minimum. Walmart doesn't sell chicken legs, and the minimum is 2.5 pounds, a family pack I'm gonna have for a meal. And I'm putting on a little bit of a gut. This is actually a new shirt I'm trying. It's keeping me cool in the 80 degrees, but it's windy, that's helping. But I want to maintain good sun protection and coolness. I think I'd like a few of these shirts. I don't care so much if it says I'm a fisherman. Whatever, I'll just have to end it. Then that shows off my gut more. Staying cooler is more important. Complaint exactly, but I mean, what did you ask me? What did your dispatch tell you?
Come on. I swear she's super.
And there we are.
She just don't want to come to us. Anybody but us.
Protective. All you're gonna do is act like, is stop your movement.
Kaya. Here's a bottle. Here's a bottle.
Alright, it's not even midnight tonight. Again, the third night. At least I've now woken up with kind of a rapid heartbeat. It's feeling kind of deadly. And I wonder if mold could be an issue. Since it did rain a lot and mold did accumulate in my car, I threw away quite a few things today, because it's only like 11, not even midnight. That seems to be where the stuffiness is, the lungs and heart area. And I was smelling in that mold when I threw it away. Waking up with this problem, their heart racing. There's things I gotta do a little different so I can avoid waking up like this. I feel like I got some kind of a heartworm. All this started since I got to Mattoon, because I did hang out at that nature center, and I was wondering, okay, the timing of that was of the nature center. What if it was because I touched the cat? But then I remember I did get water from the nature center. So that's when I first started getting water in Mattoon, and that's when my problem started. I think I might have noticed that the water tasted like a swamp, but I mean, still, I drank as much as I could until it was just undrinkable. And I wonder if I swallowed something swamp-like that's maybe a heartworm that's causing me heavy breathing, hard to breathe, heart pumping, and whatever it is, how do I get rid of it? There is no getting around bad water. I don't know why I couldn't smell the exhaust in my car, but it is strong when I step out. That's another part of my health problem right there, is the exhaust problem. Here I was plotting how I was going to run quickly to the park as I was walking into the store. And after spending about 15 minutes in the store, I come out and there's no exhaust. The trucks are gone. There's no exhaust in the air. The air is fine again. They were running. There was like 5 or 6 of them running, and it was just so horrible. But now I don't feel as much in a hurry. But whatever, I'm still in that mode of just getting out anyway. This I do not want to return to this spot to breathe in more of their exhaust. I had ginger, about a tablespoon of ginger and water to deal with my stomach ache, and it's helped. But now I've got a headache, so I'm transferring the problem. But and I really don't have anything for my headache. I have some old willow that might not even be effective anymore. Alright, I moved to this park. I checked the electricity in the shelter with my electric tester, and it works. Air is good, so I'll hang out here for a little bit and try to recover from last night's episode. So I already chewed on a bunch of milk thistle seeds because I'm not feeling great, and I was trying to like see if there's anywhere I could pick dandelion leaves, but it just doesn't seem possible. So the next best thing is probably just chew on the flowers. They're probably a little bit better, maybe with a little stem, and that way I can get some of the diuretic properties in me. Try to clean this sickness out of me, whatever it is. Just put it under the lip and chew. I have never felt more of a need for water filtration than I have now in central Illinois. In Mattoon, the water tasted like swamp. Further north, it's brown, but it doesn't taste like swamp. But still, this is a concern. So with Arcola water, I can see the bottom, but Tuscola water, not so much. It's too brown. There's particles. I gotta dump that, I can't gather any more water in this city. I've got a headache, I feel sick, and I could be making my sickness worse by drinking these guys' bad water. Another city besides the other city. Whoop. So I had this Corvette give me the impression this is a 2-lane road. I barely see opposite lanes. That's it. It's not 2 lanes on each side. He was like gonna pass me or something, and I wanted to turn onto here. There's no regulation for parking. Usually there is no regulation for parking along the railroad, so I might try to sleep here overnight. I might get harassed, but I don't know why. Just probably a check, because I don't think I'd be violating anything. And now I'm walking to the library in an effort to get there before they close, in case they have a password for their Wi-Fi. I want to catch that. It's really unfortunate they put pressure on people to be there during the operating hours to get that Wi-Fi password. Alright, going to get that password, if there is one, from the library. Looks like an old Carnegie style library connected. Wow, as easy as that. Well, there is no 15 before closing. Whoa. Alright, looking downtown just a little bit. I think this is pretty much it. I come to this back street. Look at this. This is a back street. They got Christmas decorations just sitting here, unharmed. Shows how quiet this area is. Never seen Christmas decorations just being stored in a back street, a red brick back street. That's how they work around here. I parked along the railroad tracks. I went to the library. The Wi-Fi's fine. And there's a Walmart within 20 miles of here, straight north. I'm very interested in doing a drive tonight over there, up there. That looks kind of cool to get to. Although tomorrow I'm not sure what to do. I could really go for a park and a chance at possible exercise if I have the energy. I've been sick all day today and really didn't do anything. Slept. So my time in the park feels wasted. You're right, I made it to the Walmart in Champaign. So further north, just hanging out with this goose tonight. Champaign, Illinois. Why is this goose fixated on this spot? It leaves for just short periods of time. Another goose came and squawked at it, and they squawked at each other, but they left together, and then it comes back on its own just to hang out in this spot, even with cars parked all around it. I guess it can just go over to the water over there, no problems. But it's not eating. I think it might be dying. It's not really eating. The parking lot offers no food. It's like starving itself. I just want to say that I appreciate the hills, whether they're put here naturally or on purpose. I really appreciate the hill because I can't see what's going on the other side. All the walkers. This is a very populated area, and it's kind of nice not to be able to see the people that may be on the other side. It gives me a sense of privacy. I see them coming around the corner, and that'd be about it. And then the tall grasses too, just kind of help offer some cover, give that the feeling of some privacy for a walk. So I'd like to think that I did benefit from chewing on those dandelion flowers yesterday to help try to get the toxins from the algae out of my system a little bit faster. There was a slight bitterness, very slight sweetness to the flowers of the dandelion. I know that there are recipes to prepare them. People make deep fried dandelion flowers or something like that. But just chewing on them is fine, raw. Chewing on them raw. People could garnish their salads with them. You can eat them. I did swallow the first one. The others I sucked the juice out of. But I had a toxin. I think what I was suffering from was a toxin from the algae. I know algae. I would never have guessed algae. I had to do a little research about the water quality of Mattoon to find that they did have algae problems. Mentioned twice, 2019, 2021, and it's still going on. But they're saying that they're taking water from the lakes, 2 lakes they switch back and forth from, which can't be too far from each other. Maybe they are. Either way, both suffer from algae problems. And what's the problem with this city is they don't warn anybody. They don't warn anybody, and they should be sued for that. A little shrew underneath this car. Or a mouse? What kind of... Alright, it's just gonna stay underneath. Stay where it's safe. I think my heart races more from infections or toxins than a vitamin deficiency. That's just my opinion. I don't know what scientific proof is out there. But I think I handle vitamin deficiencies pretty well, if I even get them. I think it's more toxins overloaded with candida or some algae, or just something in the environment, smoke. That can right there, just recently dropped by some gangbangers that arrived at this park, but I'm not too scared of this park. It seems most people are pretty decent. Those people were not. Listening to music loud. I don't believe that the car stopped at any point, or stopped running at any point. I think they kept it running the whole time. I think I smelt a little smoke and trashing the place. I won't go into their physical features. So I'm trying to watch more car campers, and this one guy showed that he consumes garlic every day, a clove of garlic a day. He said he's been doing it for 2 weeks. He says he feels better. I tried garlic every day, swallowing a whole garlic and then just washing it down with water mixed with apple cider vinegar. I tried the garlic every day, and it just started burning my stomach too much, and I had to stop. He's been at it for 2 weeks. You can't have garlic on an empty stomach. I can't. He says you get used to it. I think it wears away at the stomach, and eventually you'll notice the burn is just too much. It's too powerful, too potent when it's raw. He said it's doing it raw. So I wouldn't recommend consuming garlic in the raw state by itself. But I mean, young people experiment. I experimented. Young people learn the hard way. All right, over there is the sanitation department. There's a smell that reaches over here, and it's taken a few hours. I got here maybe at 9, and it's 4:46. I'm feeling sick. It's because of that smell. I just realized it takes some time. But it's got me. It's got me. It takes some time. It's time to move now. I was feeling sick an hour ago, and I'm like, wow, that's weird. Maybe I just need to walk. No, I need to get the heck out of here. It's like that smell. It's the sewage. It's happened time and time again, and I'm now just realizing it's that smell. So I'm getting out of here. I'm packing up and moving. Champaign, Illinois, Champaign, Illinois. Looks like some geese. I'm heading to Best Buy. I wonder why they like it over here. Yeah, they say mostly unfazed. Right, Best Buy does not have any Max batteries. They do sell the Max still. I'd have to buy another Max just to get another battery. Maybe I could try to order. I should have done that actually.